Stuff in the grand prize. March Mania Bracket Challenge is up at lvsportsnetwork.com.
Battleborn Injury Lawyers presents the Big Five at 5. Number 5.
We'll do it live. No. We'll do it live. F- it.
We're live up on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook, so check it out. You can ask us questions as well in our chat area. So as always on the show, we have experiences around town, nothing earth-shattering, but I just needed to lean on you guys.
No boy.
My question here is the SO a jerk? The significant other, right? My girlfriend. We talk about her often. So we go out to get a meal. We decide to get some ramen. Big fans of that. We have a place that we like. We're there for the second time. I mean, we're having the time of our lives. We're having lots of fun. It's tasty. Some brewskis. And then all of a sudden, we look to our left, and a young man, young lady, and a child around 2 years old sits down. There's a look on both of our faces. Uh-oh. And then I'm not going to say it's our worst fears were realized, but all of a sudden, we have the parents sitting there. They're both on their phones, and watching their child is one of these little handheld video games. Something's going on. And like it felt like it was at that volume. Just for like 20 minutes. And I could see the SO, just the whole mood change.
Steam coming out of her
She
ears.
was like, I didn't even have to, she didn't have to say anything. Just like, we're done. By the way, 5 minutes later, another family sat next to us. Now, here's the thing. I don't control who comes into restaurants to eat. And I guess you can do what you want with your kids. I know. Right in the background, it's annoying, isn't it? I'm trying to speak. Trying to do a radio show. Crank it up, kid. What do? You had a kid. Now he's old.
Yeah.
Are parents worse than they used to be?
Okay.
Because I swear to God, the first story I thought of was, I don't think my parents let us out at a meal until I was like 24. They're like, you can't behave. You're a lunatic. That's not the case. But we knew when we went out. Now, this child was very young, right?
Yeah.
But we knew when we went out, if we misbehaved, it was going to be bad.
It was a backhand.
It was going to be bad. We had a bunker in New Jersey. We had an old war bunker at the house. They'd lock us in there for weeks. No, I'm kidding. But it would be bad. And actually, one thing my mother used to say, and maybe it was like a little psychology, but she didn't tell us until we were like maybe 13 or 14. She said, one of the things we always used to get compliments on is that you two behaved yourselves when we were out. So I don't want to do kids these days, and I don't want to do parents these days, and the child was 2. The child doesn't know that it's being annoying with a stupid video game. But I don't know. How do we handle restaurants when people choose not to control their child? And the only way they're controlling them is to let a little machine making noise babysit them.
You can't, and it's funny because
I love hot soup.
It's
the soup got cold because I love hot soup. The soup got ruined. I couldn't eat my Brussels sprouts.
It's funny you bring up, you said you have a kid. What did you do? Because the first thing I'm thinking of, I'm picturing when Jordan was in Taekwondo, we were the not middle class wage, or we were the low class. We were the poor family. We needed sponsors. But a lot of the family stepped up for us. So we didn't have a lot, there wasn't a lot. When Jordan was young, and I was struggling. But we would go out to dinner after Taekwondo classes, and some of the well-to-do parents and grandparents that had kids, they had, I think back then it was Nintendos or Game Boys or something, whatever the handheld. And we would go to places like Applebee's, or we would go to different places, and those parents would let their kids pull them out. And I'm talking about, now here's the thing. I'm not talking about a family with a brother and a sister, a family with 2 brothers, and then, okay, share. No, everybody. So can you imagine going out with 2 families for dinner